Hey, what's up, everybody? Man, this is going to be a rough one because I think me and Enewtabie both are feeling just a little under the weather. Allergies, sinuses, something.
Yeah.
I got a little scratch in my throat here. A little. Enewtabie's got one black eye or something over there going on, looking like Popeye.
It's
But
rough.
anyway, we're here because we promised to be here. And we're going to take a second to, well, let's say hello. Hello, everyone. I'm
Hello,
Kato.
everyone.
And right here beside me is the guy who shows up to everything. Every time I ask him, he's always right there, one eye or not, blanket around the shoulder like a granny. Don't matter.
Yeah.
He's still here. Is Enewtabie. All right. I got to get some energy, brother. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. Mr.
I'm
Wonderful
gonna
was
go to
here.
bed early.
I know. As soon as we're done here, I'm calling it a night. Getting old sucks. Mr. Wonderful was here. Said he's going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy tonight. I'll probably watch it this weekend. Can't wait for that. Although I think it's gonna. I saw the trailer. Have you seen the trailer that shows Rocket talking to his other little animal buddies? It looks like a flashback.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh my gosh, dude! It's good. I think. I mean, it's going to be one of those that you're like, no, I'm good. Who's cutting onions?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Ninja Knight stopped by, said, catch the replay is late in Ireland. Ireland. Wow, I didn't know you were in Ireland, Ninja Knight. Catch the replay. Appreciate you coming by. Looking forward to the AWOC tease. There will be a little, I mean, when I say tease, this is like the definition of the word tease. So we just have a little bit of AWOC news. Ron is here. Big M in the house. I'm here, apparently. I pinned that up. So if y'all don't know how Off the Rails works, 9 times out of 10, we have no topic whatsoever. And we lean on the chat to give us the topics of the week, and we'll talk about them. That's the fun of it. You guys get involved. And a bit of an AWOC tease. McDJ is here. Mr. Faithful, loyal. That dude is always here, and we appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Jarrett, appreciate you being here. It's time to put Enu off the table because he's feeling rough over there. Lucas, what's up? Hey, rear era. That's a hard name to say. Rear era. Say it. Rear era. Yeah, see, it's weird. Deluxe is in the house. Everybody go subscribe to Deluxe. I think you're going live this weekend too, aren't you, Deluxe? Maybe I'll be free to join. I hope so. Jared again. Matt. What's up, Matt? Just Matt. Enewtabie. We got Enewtabie and Enewtabie.
Yep.
Let's see. AWOC news. Let's get to it. We will. This isn't an AWOC show. This is an off the rail show where it just happens to have a little bit of AWOC. All right. Yeah, it's a tongue. I don't know if it's a tongue twister or just rear air. I don't know. If I was high right now, that would blow my mind saying that. So Deluxe is going live tomorrow night. Everybody go subscribe to Deluxe and go hang out with him tomorrow night. Sounds good to me. So, man, one thing we always like to do at the beginning, we have a little bit of structure here. We talk about our pickups of the week. So, in that spirit, it's time for weekly pickups.
Oh, freaking Ford Ranger, mother.
It's a freaking Ford Ranger. I cut it off just in the nick of time, don't I? Just in the nick of time. Freaking Ford Ranger. I don't know. That was so stupid. It's the first thing I thought of when I thought weekly pickups, little tag, and I was like, man, freaking Ford Ranger. I had a Ford Ranger. That thing was a beast. It would run through everything. Mine was, I think, 94. Yeah, it was a 94. Back when everything had to be teal. It was like a teal Ford Ranger.
Yeah.
Actually, it was my mom's, but she couldn't drive it that much, so I drove it. So yeah, this is a time where we talk about our weekly pickups, and I'll go first because mine's easy.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go get one anyway. So.
Yeah, you go get one. I'll go first. It's only going to take a second because I got absolutely nothing this week.
Oh, awesome.
I got nothing. I got a lot of stuff coming in, but not one new thing. I went to Walmart, Target. I got nothing in the mail. I mean, it was bare bones this week. Let us know in the chat. Did y'all get anything new this week? And maybe there's something I missed out on. Trying to take it off the rails. We will. Like I said, you guys let us know in the chat what y'all want to talk about. This is what this night is for. It's for you guys to lead the way. It's a hard way to back in the day.
Oh, the 4.0, yeah.
Yeah, it was a beast. This one, mine did not have that. Lord of the Rings horse, egg attack, Mando, Grogu. What?
Egg attack, isn't that like is that the Hot Toys thing where they do the
Okay. That was crazy. Origins Jazz and Core Class Grimlock. Deluxe got Star Toys Blitzwing. Lego Star Wars arrived today. Awesome. What'd you get, Enewtabie?
So this video went up a little while ago. This is the
oh yeah, dude.
This is the G.I. Joe classified Zartan Swamp Skier. And it's made by Non-F Productions. It's $29. You put it together. You can buy the stickers from Toy Hacks for like $10. So you can have a classified series Zartan Swamp Skier for under $40. And it's got blast effect compatible on the front and the rear. So you can have the water cannon like from water cannon from that episode, and you can do like flames coming out the back and all that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is killer. So Non-F did that, but you said Toy Hacks had the logos for it?
Yeah, well, what they're doing is they sell a set, so you can have the stickers and the vehicle together, and you can also have another one if you want to pay for it, and they put it together and everything, because you have to build it yourself otherwise.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it was pretty easy. There's a couple things that I had to like not Dremel, but had to round out the pieces just for it to fit a little bit better. It's not complete plug and play. But other than that, it's fine. I think it looks pretty good too.
I think it looks awesome.
And it's like you got adjustable joints. You can like turn the skis. You can lower them, raise them, stuff like that. So for the price, you can't beat that for class.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I saw that go up. I need to watch that because I remember you talking about it. You did some pictures because it came in it was in parts, right? You had to put it together a little bit.
I got a bunch of Joe classified vehicles coming over in the next few weeks, so it's going to be.
Are they all through Non-F or did you
No,
go?
I've got
Mark II.
I'll talk about more as they come in, but it's some vendors are making vehicles and some different kind of vehicles that are really well done. So just kind of
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I know there's some cool stuff out there. I know Mark II made an asp.
Yep.
That goes with the HasLab His tank, but I don't think he's selling it individually. He's selling the
files,
the files to print it yourself.
If he would sell one, I would get one because he was doing the Python Patrol version too.
I would wish that he would at least print some to take to Joe Fest because the Python Patrol one, he said that's the one he really wanted to do to begin with.
Yeah.
So they make good stuff. That Mark II. What's up, Benjamin Whitcomb? Everybody, that Benjamin Whitcomb will be on Patriot Prime's little live show this weekend. I think you're going to be on tomorrow night.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I got nothing. It's been super slow. I went looking for other reasons. I went looking for Rise of the Beast, Air Razor, the Studio Series one. Because I want to do an upgrade kit for that, but it's been a slow mail week for me. But that's fine. I've been busy this week anyway. This is the time of year when I get a little busier than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Levi picked up the Black Series Cantina. Got to finish now. Premium DNA Mad Balls to finish those. And finally, vintage Micro Machines Jabba Palace R2D2, like when I was younger.
Oh,
that's awesome, man. I hope it made you smile. I've had the craving lately, and I think I shared with you and the other guys in the chat that I've been looking for something retro, something vintage to start picking up. So I've got an idea for something just that you don't see a lot of, that I really liked as a kid. I won't say it now just in case I don't get them, but I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm fiending for something. I don't want to do G1. Not that I don't love G1 Transformers, but one, they're just really pricey.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like the new stuff more than the old. I know that's like sacrilege to say, but I don't want to do Mask because that's another one that's expensive. And I don't want to do GoBots because those are pricey. So I want to find something that's reasonable that I played with as a kid that I'll have its own little corner in the office back here. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, mate, and with you as well. Man, speaking of that, I've been playing the crap out of Jedi Survivor.
Oh yeah, so good.
So it's a great game. Yeah, I'll tell you, the only frustrating thing,
it's frustrating to me a lot on like the jumping puzzle thing. That thing, you remember the like jumping the wires thing?
Oh,
like
back and forth.
Wires back.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got so irritated with that at one point. I was like, I got to stop.
Yeah, the I have. It's one of those things that modern games do make more difficult than older games, because you remember playing, like, I remember playing Tomb Raider, like the original Tomb Raider, and it was super frustrating because the controls were weird and you're a lot of jumping around. But like, if those old games, you could look at something and tell, oh, it's discolored a little bit. That's obviously like where I should be jumping right now, because that rock looks like something I can land on rather than just a piece of digital artwork pinned to a wall,
Yeah.
But these new games, especially like Survivor, you look around, you're like, I don't know where I'm supposed to jump.
I don't. That happened to me a bunch in like one of the planets, the dusty one.
That's not Jeddah, but yeah, the Dusty Planet was like that. And I mean, some of the wall running stuff when you're, have you unlocked the sprint forward when you jump yet?
I don't think so.
Press circle to sprint forward in midair.
Oh no, I ain't got that yet.
Okay, that's around where I'm at right now.
I just recently got the blaster and.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got the tri-blade saber, like small, but it's like I don't need it. It's too heavy. It's so slow. Yeah, dash.
Too.
The dash. The press circle to dash, but let's see. Still a lot of my original figures. Yeah, I mean, I like seeing the old stuff. I just don't want to pay the money for the old stuff.
Yeah,
Deluxe did that when he was young, and probably sometime tonight. I don't know. Have y'all seen the price of 86 2021 Grimlock? No,
it's on up there like $200.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I really should have treated mine better. It's over there in a crate. At one level in Mario. Oh, there's plenty, man. There's plenty of things that were very difficult. Mega Man is always going to be hard.
Oh yeah.
Those games were definitely more difficult than games are now, because the games themselves are only like 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
But you just had to die a lot to get to the end. Yeah. If you could do it in one playthrough, you could, whatever. But it's I've been having a lot of fun with Survivor. I think that's cool. I don't know where they're going with the story. No spoilers in the chat if you've already beaten it. I've avoided any videos of it, but I'm having a good time with it. And
I know one thing I know for a fact is just so questionable to me, because of the planet they went on, and then there's a movie.
Oh yeah.
So I know there's
something's going to happen.
Yeah, because it's too weird. So
yeah. No, I think I know what you're talking about, and it's like, it's kind of the Rogue One problem, right? That they got to fix that kind of thing. Like, where are all these people?
Yeah, happened to them.
Why has nobody ever spoken to all these? Red Dead Redemption 2 is funny. I just fired that up today. Showed my father-in-law. He loves westerns. So yeah, I showed that.
Yeah, I'd like to go back and play that sometime.
That game is so Red Dead Redemption 2 and Batman Arkham Knight. Those games that I can go back and play all the way through again and enjoy them about as much as I did the first time I ever played them. Arkham Knight is probably that game is outstanding. I mean, the only complaint I would have about that is driving.
Racing.
Yeah,
I never liked the race. There was one racing one I could never beat. Like I had like 80-some% of the Riddler things. And I just could not beat that one course. So I was like done with it.
I 100%ed it like originally. Like I went back and kept going, and those like the Riddler trophies were always a tough one because I wanted to get that last Riddler fight, and I finally did it. But I never care to do it again. Like even whenever I play through it now, I don't try to get everything.
Yeah.
I feel that way about Halo. Man, Halo was so much fun. I was absolutely trash at playing it online, but I loved that story. But there were some driving moments in that game that would make you pull your hair out too.
Yeah. That's the last Halo game, Infinite, is the only one I've never beaten. I still haven't finished it.
Is it just because it's not holding your interest?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the open world stuff, and I think that might be it. Because I'm like every Halo game, even like the Spartan Assault, like RTS ones, and
I remember that.
All that. So
yeah, that was. I think if you're going to do a Halo open world game, there needs to be some kind of like Jedi. It needs to be a somewhat linear story so that you can go back to and do. And it may be I haven't played the new one, but yeah, I mean there was something. Sometimes a good linear story is all right.
Yeah.
Just send me in that direction, and not everything has to be open world. I don't think.
Let's see.
The old Sega Lion King. I loved the Sega Lion King. That was so much fun. Aladdin too.
I got some more pickups. And you got some?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go through them. Yeah.
I got Rise of the Beast Battle Trap.
Oh,
I thought he was.
I'll probably pick that one up.
I think he's, to me, the best looking one of them.
Yeah, I think he fits in the most with everything else. Like he almost looks like he could fit in with any of the other stuff.
Look at that tow truck. That looks really good.
Yeah. Does he come with a little Minicon? Does he come with another figure?
No, not that I see.
All right. The only reason I ask is TF Safari has an upgrade kit for him coming. It might already be there. It looks pretty good, but what's I can't remember the name of the character. Y'all probably know. I haven't kept up with the movie that much, but it's a core class figure, but they have some upgrades for
Freezer
too. Freezer, yeah, Freezer. You got that too?
No, I haven't got him.
Oh, you got more stuff, man. You got a busy week. But yeah, they have some upgrades for Battle Trap and Freezer that look pretty good. Yeah. All right, what you got?
Micro Galaxy Squadron, the Havoc Marauder, which is the Bad Batch vehicle. The only thing about this, I'm like, why wouldn't you just put all the Bad Batch in there? They're not really known for anything else but this vehicle. You got who we got in here? Wrecker and Amiga. But why wouldn't you put Tech and Hunter and even put Crosshairs? But I tried to pre-order the AT-AT from Target today, sold out in like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
They got the Lambda shuttle sold out on Amazon in like 2 minutes.
That's some of the best looking toys on the shelf, honestly.
Yeah.
So, I wish I was more of a Star Wars fan because those are tempting just because they look so good.
Yeah. Picked this up. I've been wanting to get this for a while. Found it super cheap. So let's see, finished collection, Stormtrooper and E-Web Blaster. And I also got something coming from a company called Cardstock Cantina, and it's a big Navarro cardboard playset. It's like 30 inches long. Mm-hmm. So that should be here in like next week. I'll show. that once it comes in. So I'm gonna try to put some of the figures in the actual diorama instead of just sitting on the shelf and doing nothing. And then the one thing, this is for a classified.
Oh yeah.
This is for a classified custom. I'm gonna do. This is the Fortnite boat. So I got this for like 30, 35. Yeah, 35 bucks.
Fortnite vehicles, man, they make customizers just
So
they're
you can see
awesome.
comes with a missile that's yellow. So this is going to be painted as a. I got the paint coming. I already got decals coming from Toy Hacks. I've got a 40mm grenade launcher, and I've got a Gatling gun I'm gonna mount on it. And what I'm gonna do, I don't know if I even want to say yet, but it won't be a Joe vehicle. It'll be a Cobra, painted as one of my favorite Cobra vehicles, but very smaller than that. So,
Do you have an airbrush, or are you just going to use can?
probably gonna use the Tamiya sprays and prime it, and then paint it, and then like the smaller stuff like the engine, the winch, stuff like that, I'll paint by hand.
Do you know if it comes apart easily? Like, can you pop it apart?
You can take it apart, yeah, because I've seen guys customize them. There's a guy in England that did a green one, and I mean, he put so much stuff on it. I mean, it looked like one of the river boats from freaking Vietnam. So
that's awesome. Hey, look, we got Usual Mike in the house. What's up?
Hey, Usual Mike.
Love Usual Mike. What a great guy.
I think that's probably it for right now, I guess.
Good. You made up for me not getting anything this week. Because man, it was a dry week for me. Levi, like Galaxy. I love the Galaxy Squadron stuff. I'm just like, I'm not enough of a Star Wars fan, so I don't want to be one of those. I feel like a poser if I just get them, and I just don't have that connection to them. So
I'm gonna get some more. I mean, I need the T-47 snow speeder, because you can get that. Gotta have that. And then they're doing a thing where they're doing like the Return of the Jedi Millennium Falcon with the TIE Interceptors 2-pack included. So maybe I'll get that whenever that comes out.
Duh, water moccasin. Copperhead and water moccasin.
No,
everybody's guessing.
Not the water moccasin.
Oh, I had the Cobra hydrofoil.
Benjamin's got it. Benjamin's got it.
The hydrofoil. Thanks, Halius. Appreciate it. For some reason, it was chilly up here in here today. I don't know why. It was nice and warm earlier, but it got really chilly. Maybe it's just whatever's going on in my nose and head. So you think plenty of people are out watching Guardians of the Galaxy right now?
I heard it was really good.
I'm going to try to go this weekend.
This is the last one. They're done after this, I think.
I would think so. I mean, it's not like the comics, right? These people age out.
Yeah.
They get, I mean, you got people that they spend a year or more filming this thing. They put in so much time. They got to move on to other projects, especially when now you've got basically a whole cast of, A-list celebrities that could do anything they want.
Yeah. I mean, you got Vin Diesel. He's got to do Fast and the Furious 72.
That's right.
Family Beyond Time or something like that. Whatever it is.
Whatever they come up with, something that they're going to travel to Mars or something.
Yeah, racing spaceships.
Yep, got to do it. Family. Got to be about the family. Yeah, James, and also James.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's going to destroy DC, so that's good.
Yeah, I always see that, and I'm like, everybody's afraid of it. But see, I was always a Marvel guy, which is weird because what got me into comics was Superman. I like Superman. So I think I enjoy some of the DC stuff more than most because I don't have that like deep connection to it. Yeah. I don't feel the need to pick it apart. And even I was like, these ain't, I'm worried they're going to waste money, because the problem is they run the risk of doing the same thing that the Batman series did in the late 80s and 90s, right? Because they saturated the market with really subpar movies, and everybody lost interest, and the whole thing went belly up. What's up, Andrew? Thanks for coming in.
I mean, it seems like they do, if they do 5 movies, 2 of them are good.
Yeah.
right?
Well, and Marvel's kind of getting to be the
it's
same way for
starting to-
me.
starting to-
But hey, Ionicus, appreciate you. Yeah, he did do all right. I liked those two. I enjoyed Peacemaker.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
it definitely works better as a series than it ever would have
Yeah.
as a movie. And I did. I kind of like the Suicide Squad too. The last Suicide Squad. So we'll see. I mean, he
He's
made
doing Superman Legacy, so I don't have high hopes for that.
I don't have high hopes for anything, which, I mean, low expectations make it easy to, enjoy. So we'll see. I'll watch them. Even if I don't go to the theater and watch them, I'll wait for them to hit HBO Max or something. But you've been watching wrestling? Do you still watch wrestling?
Yeah. I listen to 3 different wrestling podcasts driving to work every day.
Oh, wow.
During the week.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're in it heavier than I am.
Yeah.
You watching
I don't watch
Backlash?
it that much, but I like keep up on all the
So
podcasts.
since you've told me that I can watch it the day after on Hulu, I've been enjoying the heck out of that. And
just you watch the draft?
Yeah, watch the draft.
I've never been a fan of the draft. I don't know. Never really.
The only thing I hope that they do with this draft is because the one thing that annoyed me, and it's, again, I'm fairly fresh. I just got back into watching wrestling, so I'm getting introduced to some wrestlers that didn't know who any of these people are. But I've enjoying it. The problem is and I don't remember it being this way before. Maybe it was. It seems like you see the same 5 people on Raw and SmackDown. It's like the storylines are and I think part of it's because of WrestleMania and leading up to Backlash for WrestleMania that you're just seeing the same people back and forth. So I'm hoping with the draft that they get back to pretty much this is the core class of Raw, this is the core cast of SmackDown, and you can watch either one and get a new show every week rather than it crossing over a lot.
Yeah, because they got a lot of good talent in NXT they could bring up.
They brought most of the ones they brought up from NXT were like the female tag team.
Oh, was it Toxic Attraction?
They
bring them up. I haven't watched it.
I can't think of her name. Again, I haven't watched NXT that much. I went back and watched some of the old ones so I could try to start like the Usos.
NXT when it was Kevin Owens and Sammy and Pac or what was his name, Neville back then, and then you had the AOP. No, that was the time NXT was fantastic. The women were the best though. When you had Sasha, Charlotte, Becky.
I just get tired of seeing. I could go the rest of my life and never see another Uso match or Solo Sikoa. I couldn't give 2 craps about any.
You're gonna be saying for a long time because that's a big family. They got way more. There's even more family you ain't seen.
Yeah, I mean, there's
2 younger cousins. Or what's his name? He's not one of that family, but you got Tamato. What's his name? He's
yeah. I know
he's a. I don't know if he's a relative, but he was in New Japan. I think he's coming to WWE.
But like I just it seems like every 5 seconds it's like the Usos and Solo Sikoa, and I just don't care. I don't even care about Roman Reigns that much.
I'm just surprised they haven't done like Rikishi, brought him in and done like the Samoan Dynasty thing. That's like the easiest thing. You got Rikishi, and there's still a bunch more out there that they could bring in.
Yeah, I am enjoying the LWO. I think they're a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun seeing them come back because I remember the Eddie Guerrero days. That was awesome, and there are some fun things happening.
Yeah.
I'm a Cody Rhodes fan because I was a Dusty Rhodes fan, so I like seeing Cody.
Let me tell you something, Daddy. It's hard times out here.
It's hard times. Hard times. Yeah, I like seeing Cody. I was never a big fan of Goldust. I just thought he was too weird, but fun to watch. But yeah, I like seeing Cody. I'm kind of glad that they moved Roman to SmackDown, kept Cody in Raw. That way they can both shine a little bit.
I'm glad they're splitting the belts, doing that different title.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be I hope they're setting the stage for Cody to get the world belt,
Yeah.
and then without messing up Roman's streak. I mean, that's really what it is. They don't want to.
Yeah.
They want to keep Roman's streak. He's probably got some contract deal with how long he's supposed to keep it to break the record, and then
I mean, they
can still
haven't
let
done
Cody.
long title runs. I mean, before him, I mean, I think Punk kept it for like 400 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, you're talking like Hogan era, which that's different. They did like years.
Well, didn't Goldberg have the record for a while, undefeated? The whole who's next thing.
Well, like matches, yeah, and half of that wasn't total numbers. So
Yeah, but
he
didn't.
They
It
plugged some of the
wasn't.
numbers there,
Oh yeah, part of the
But like for
show.
keeping the belt, the number of days for keeping the title. I mean, Bruno was probably the longest. I mean, I think he held it for like 9 years. That
Wow.
one was WWWF. Vince's daddy's thing.
That's funny. Yeah, it's funny. I am enjoying it though. It's a nice little throwback to how much I used to love it. And then of course I started. I went on just like a huge rabbit trail of watching the old WWE Tough Enough.
Oh yeah.
Loved that.
That's good. The
Went
one
back.
with Stone Cold was.
Yeah,
I like
that
one
was
the best.
Yeah, me too. And it's funny because I had memories of watching it when The Miz was on, and completely if you'd have asked me, I would not have said it was true that The Miz was one episode. That whole season was one episode.
Hmm.
And I would not have said that because I remember watching it, and I thought it was a whole season of him on there, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was good. Like I didn't know, didn't clue in that Ryback was from there.
Oh yeah.
He lost, but of course he got a deal where he ended up basically going to the minor leagues, and training up. But
and
he came
ended
on
up
there.
being in the Nexus. Not like that whole group turned out mostly for the good.
What's up, Jeremy J? Thank you very much for the super chat. We're gonna petition for an Enewtabie AWOC figure.
That's gonna be great.
There needs to be a. I think we need. I think you and I both need homage figures.
Yeah.
In the AWOC line, I think I have no idea what mine would be, but I feel like Cryback. Yeah, Cryback.
He is, yeah. But I will tell you though that his like food, he's got a YouTube channel. He did like I think it's Ryback Eats or something. That's actually pretty funny. Like he'll just go like, what's this Wendy's double cheeseburger? Because he's used to like eating 18 billion pounds of protein.
Yeah, that was his thing on the show too, that he ate all the time.
Yeah, he'd go to Wendy's and order like 6 things and sit out in the parking lot and film himself eating. This is fantastic. Like you've never eaten this food before.
Benjamin asked, "Did we see the special about Andre the Giant?" I did. That was really good. It was really good, actually. It was. I watched a lot. So yeah, I went down. I was. So, not to throw all my business out there, but my father-in-law has been staying here for a while. Some stuff happened to me anyway. He's here, and we're helping him get back on his feet because of some health stuff that happened. So appreciate anybody that's willing to think about that. But so to give him some space, I'll just go lay in the bed and watch wrestling for a while, and I'll go watch all these old episodes. So it's been a lot of fun. Jarrett says the Prairie Dog Assassin Squad. I would like to be something more, vicious than a prairie dog, because anytime I hear prairie dog now, I think of, your prairie dog and you got to go use the bathroom. So I'd rather not be a prairie dog if I can help it. I'll leave that to Jeremy. Jeremy, you're a designer. You got a designer mindset. We already have Enewtabie.
Yeah.
I don't know, what would Kato be? That's a ferret.
Kato the cat.
Why would I be a ferret? That's horrible.
Usual Mike say, are you a fan of WWE or AEW more?
Oh yeah.
I've watched lately, but I don't watch it that much, but probably more AEW. The WWE has been very little, but AEW I've watched a bunch of. their biggest issue, I think, to me, is they've got a lot of good people, but they don't have a super great storylines, right? Like WWE does with the Usos and all that, and Sammy. They've got good action. People are doing a ton of flips and tricks and all kinds of stuff, and it looks fantastic. But nobody sells, and then selling is like if you get hit, looks like you get hit.
Yeah.
Everybody's jumping back up and doing the move, hit it, run it again, whatever, and then they just don't. Other than one or two things, they just don't have anything that's like pulling you in. Like, I got to see what happens this week.
Yeah, I was kind of with Jeremy there for a while. Emotionally mature past ECW because ECW at the time was just so brutal.
And watch the pay-per-views. Like he had like a legal satellite thing or something. I don't know what it was, a card or whatever you put in, and you could get the pay-per-views for free. And I'd go over there like on Saturday night when they had them, and watch it. And that was like my favorite. I watched it when it was like Chris Jericho was there and Dean Malenko and all them. Yep. And then Stone Cold came in and he dressed up as Hulk Hogan and did an impression as Hulk Hogan. Well, let me tell you something, brother. He was making fun of Hogan.
Yeah, that was a good time overall. For wrestling in general, it was a good time. There was a lot of competition. That's why I'm stoked for AEW. I don't watch it, but I'm glad it exists. I don't watch it because I don't have...
They got a show coming up in Wembley Stadium in England soon, and they're trying to sell it to stadium. I think the stadium holds like 100,000 people.
Yeah, it's not going to surprise me. But I'm excited to watch Backlash this weekend. I'm going to be on a show. I'll have more news about that later. I'll post something up. I'm going to be on a episode of another show on Saturday this Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday. But after that, I'll go back and watch the replay of Backlash, and then of course, what's next after Backlash? After Backlash
I used to know them. Let's see, April.
Night of Champions. They got Night of Champions coming up. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it now that I know I can watch them.
To me, I always like the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
Yeah, the basics. I once, like, probably just before the Attitude Era, it seemed like Raw was like everything was basically just a commercial for the pay-per-views, and they added too many pay-per-views.
Yeah,
like when it was for the most part Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam. I mean, that was like the trilogy of pay-per-views I wanted to watch.
Survivor Series. They had 4 a year originally.
Oh yeah, Survivor.
And Survivor Series used to be the tag team thing tournament, and they got away from that, which I really liked that when they did like the different teams. Yeah, they got away from that, and now it's just a regular pay-per-view.
Yeah, now it's just another pay-per-view for them to feed into the weekly show. But I am enjoying it. So I think I know I didn't expect to have a lot of folks on tonight because we didn't even announce the show until the last minute because we're terrible at promoting ourselves, honestly. But I'll go ahead. So I did say that we had a little bit of AWOC news. So for the 13 people that are here, I do have some AWOC news. Basically, we're going to have two episodes of the podcast in the same week. So I've already put up a little tease on Facebook. If you're not on the Facebook group, go follow Animal Warriors of the podcast on Facebook. So May 11th, we're going to have a really big show. Really big shoe, if anybody gets that reference. Jeremy's going to be there, right, Jeremy? You're going to be there May 11th. I'm assuming you're going to nod your head yes because you're going to be there. I think Jeremy's brother is going to join us, as well as Jason is going to try to join us if he can find a spot with internet that's worth a fart. Otherwise, he'll be in the chat. But we have some really cool stuff to announce on May 11th, Thursday, May 11th. Be there. Going to be a great show. Going to be huge. Got a lot of stuff to announce. Some cool stuff to talk about. It's going to be a real, like, why we started the podcast, why we started the show in general was because of things like next Thursday. Thank you, Usual Mike. I really appreciate that you got the
only a couple people knew who that was.
I know. Yeah, you got to at least be a Flintstones fan, right? That's where you first, as a kid, that's where you first see Ed Sullivan and stuff
Yeah.
on like the Flintstones. A really big shoe. Um,
Know where the
but
Beatles showed up first time on his show?
yep,
Oh.
and they were the Beatles. So, but before that, sometime between now and next Thursday, we're going to have an additional episode of the podcast. And in my mind, it is almost as big of a deal as what's going on May 11th. So once I have more details on that, I'll post it into the Facebook group, let everybody know. Hopefully, a day or two in advance. So wait, there should be more word tomorrow about when that show will happen. So there's going to be like a Animal Warriors of the Podcast 0.5 episode. Either, let's see, what is today? Thursday? Is today Thursday? Yeah. So Friday. I'm going to say either Saturday night or Sunday night. We're going to have another episode of the podcast with some really cool stuff to talk about. And you're not going to want to miss that. So spread the word. Saturday, Sunday. I'll know more tomorrow about which day it's going to be. No later than Monday, but sometime in the next few days, another episode of the podcast. We're just waiting on a little bit more information. Beyond that, next week, May 11th, 9 p.m. Lots of cool people on here. Going to have some stuff to talk about, and it's going to be a lot of fun. There we go. So that's the tease for AWOC. So there's going to be some good stuff. Good. It's going to be a really good AWOC week. As far, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sure it's going to be a pretty
Must see TV.
must see
on the internet.
Yeah, must see
not TV.
YouTube.
Yeah,
and then of course we warm up for Joe Fest. After that, we start honing in on Joe Fest.
I'm so excited for Joe Fest and all the things I'm gonna get you to buy me.
I know, right? You're gonna hear me. You're gonna have such a. I'm gonna have to. So I guess a good thing I'm taking the truck because you're gonna have a shopping list for me. Larkin's over here just complimenting our clothes.
A wardrobe.
Yeah.
My shirt. It's just olive drab.
Enewtabie has a better hat though. Yeah, I don't. All my hats are in there. Sorry, I didn't want to overly patriotize the place, turn some people off. But honestly, I don't care. It is what it is. I'm here. This is for Jeremy. Look, Jeremy, I'm wearing a 9-line shirt or a 9-line hoodie. Doesn't that make your skin crawl? He loves giving people shit for wearing like 9-line and what's the other one? Shoot, I actually have one.
What is it, 5'11" or whatever is it?
Not 5'11". It's oh god, I can't. I know I have one. I can see the logo on my head. He'll probably, if he's still here, he'll probably say something.
I've got a shirt. I can't wear it no more. I got one. I got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a Kalishnikov.
Oh yeah. I guess.
Can't even read the back of it. I don't know what it says.
Oh, you physically can't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
What is line 3? I told you in Facebook. I told you like all 8 lines. Oh, grunt style. That's the one. He loves feeding into that. What's line 3, pal? Everybody knows. It's all. Each line is the buddy you call to hold your hand to get out of the helicopter. You make a line of 9 people, and you say sweet things to one another as you gently are lowered from a helicopter, wearing a little yellow ribbon. Everybody knows. It's no secret. Oh man, I love it. He loves putting that stuff out there. Yes, I do have one. I can't even wear it anymore. It's shrunk so bad. One grunt style shirt, mostly because it was a lot of it was to help the people that were selling it. think that was like it was probably somebody out in front of Walmart that was doing something for veterans, and I was a sucker for it. But honestly, I just like wearing 9 line stuff because I think they print their stuff on good quality shirts and hoodies.
The best shirt I ever got was a Marine PT shirt. Soft, like a 2nd Battalion, softest yellow. I mean, I wish I still had that thing. It was so smooth. You know how like you buy those shirts, it's like the cotton. It feels rough when you put it on. You can't stand it.
Yeah.
And then you buy those soft shirts. It's the softest shirt I ever seen. And
Yeah,
my wife got it and got a hold of it, and then it disappeared. So I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, I know, man. Trust me. I don't give a shit. It's not, you're not hurting my feelings at all. I think it's actually hilarious. Not that you're caring about hurting anybody's feelings or anything. I know you better than that. Yeah, I like buying veteran owned brands. That's really the heart of it.
Yeah.
So, and I really do like a lot of their designs. I think they make some cool patriotic stuff that is kind of, some of it's funny. There was another one that I did
My preference for hiring too. When I hire folks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all. I mean, that's about 99.999% that I work with. It's so funny because I didn't serve, and I don't make any, I don't pretend to or anything like that. But I work around a lot of some, people that really served, and I always laugh whenever I'm at training, and I'm like, so what did you do? Oh, special ops. What did you do? Delta Force. What did you do? Green Beret. What did you do? And what did you do? I was at Circuit City for like 10 years. So there's that. Yeah. I was loss prevention. No, that's, yeah. They give me a hard time, but I tell them, I was like, listen, man, I've always worked in the private sector. I've worked with you guys in the private sector, and I have my rules of engagement are way more open than yours ever were. So have fun with that. But yeah, it's a fun time. Speaking of veteran-owned brands, you should check out Authority Figure Games. Yeah, you definitely should check out Authority Figure Games. Speaking of veteran-owned, he's trying to recruit us to go check out Authority Figure Games, right, Jeremy? Oh, good stuff. I'm so glad that and me and Jeremy are going to hang out. We're going to be at Joe Fest together, high-fiving. We're gonna be there hanging out possibly right next to Jeremy. You're gonna be right in the mix of both of your invested shows, right? You're gonna have AWOC on one side and probably if the tables are set up like before, Valiverse right there on the other side. So we'll be right there, you'll be there to hold hands with Tony and Bobby. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a great show. If you guys can come to Joe Fest, I think this is going to be the year, or I should say Valicon. It's going to be a good time.
Well,
veterans deserve all the respect. Yes, KatoCon. Veterans deserve all the respect and support. Yeah, that's true. But my uncle was a veteran. He was a dick, so I don't support him. He was an a-hole. So, but yes, I echo that. It is going to be a blast. I'm still trying to talk Enewtabie into going.
I wish.
It's right down the road. Just come down for the day. How long is the drive? 4 hours?
It's about 4 hours, I think. 4.5.
Yeah, see, you could get up in the morning on Saturday, drive up there, hang out all day long, and drive back.
I mean, it's a possibility. You might could get a place to stay on the way back going to South Carolina. Because I really want to do a Joe thing. Because, Joe for my channel seems to do very well. I don't know what it is, but it's the best thing I do now. I don't know what happened, but
yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. I think if you could swing coming down for the day, I think you should. I think it'll be a good time. And I mean, you get to meet Jason, you get to meet Jeremy, and they do some cool stuff. I mean, there's a lot of cool vendors there that do some really independent stuff. I think is it Patriot Force is there. They do some cool 3.5-inch figures based on I think it's called Patriot Force USA. I think they do some figures based on actual veterans. That's very cool. The Dime Store, what's it called for those folks? Remember, it's either Dime Store Heroes or Dime Novel Heroes, something like that. They do the Western themed
Oh yeah, the
figures.
West ones. I've seen those.
Those are, I love checking those out. I need to get a few of those. I know I've got the name wrong, but I'm sure folks that know, I might try to pick up a couple of those because they look awesome. I think it's called Dime Novel Heroes or something like that.
Yeah,
a lot of fun. Remember, everyone, don't give in to peer pressure. Give in to peer pressure when it's good stuff. Wish I could go to Joe Fest, but I'll be at MC3 in 2. It was MC3. I don't know what that is. You? I don't know. It'll be fun. And then I guess the next thing after that for me, when is TFCon? That's October.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess the next thing for me will be PowerCon. If I do actually go to PowerCon, which I
Is that
hope
August or July?
I think it's August. Man, my summer is packed between work and like the cons are going to be a break from work. My whole life's about to get turned upside down. Excuse me. It's going to be a crazy. Yeah, you got me. But yeah, from like June to October, like I don't know, I'm probably going to lose every subscriber I've ever gotten. Dime Novel Legends, that's the one. Check those out. They make some really cool stuff. And they normally have some cool guests. I think Slaughter is going to be at Joe Fest again. That dude goes everywhere. Yeah, there's gonna be some good folks. Montreal Comic Con. I wish I could come. Canada's one place I've never visited. Yeah. Elite says he's going to be in Myrtle Beach for most of the summer. That makes one of us, because I won't be. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So I like doing these live streams when there's really nothing to talk about and we're just hanging out. Remember, it kind of reminds me of what we did when we first started our channels.
Yeah, we get on there and have no topic and just.
It was really just.
We started to talk for 4.5 hours, but I still don't know what we talked about.
Yeah, right. I remember that. Remember, there was this like short time when y'all were like, "Let's just stay live all night long," and y'all were like, I think I went to sleep and woke up, and y'all had just gotten off live. Yeah, but we used to do this all the time. Like we would just get on, do a live stream for absolutely no reason, and it was great. Topics are overrated. Yeah. Well, there are going to be 2 shows coming up this week that are going to have some really cool topics. I'm telling you, don't miss either episode of this 2-episode week of Animal Wars, the podcast, and definitely go follow the Facebook page, because there's going to be some really cool stuff that comes from these 2 episodes. They end up on Facebook, and it's going to be a good time. Going to be a real good time. All right, chat. We actually surprisingly have been on for an hour, and I honestly didn't think we were going to make it 30 minutes. Yes, sir. Joe Fest, Augusta, Georgia, the 9th, 10th, and 11th of
Play
June.
Some golf.
Golf. I have never played a game of golf in my life.
What?
Not once.
Really?
I've only been to a driving. Now, like mini golf, I've done that. I'm in Myrtle Beach. There's mini golf everywhere down here. Like the golf capital of the world.
I used to play 3 times a week, and I was terrible. But I enjoyed all the beer that we drank 3 times a week that we went golfing.
Yeah, I went to a driving range one time, and I swear the dude that picks up the balls, like the guy that's out there on the caddy picking up all the balls, I'm pretty sure that he just parked over on the side and was like, I'm gonna wait till this guy's done because I was putting everybody in danger. For sure. Thank you very much, Levi. I appreciate that. He's doing much better. Honestly, he's doing better, but he's going to be sticking around for a while longer, staying with us for a while. So that's a good thing. By the way, I enjoy him. We're going to go watch Guardians this weekend. Me and him.
Okay.
I blame you all for last week's chat about random old TV shows and cartoons. This whole week, been trying to find old cartoons. Tubi is a gold mine for old cartoons, and it's free.
Captain Power.
Yeah, I looked at some Captain Power stuff.
I didn't know there was a Captain Power playset. Did you not?
No, I only knew that they were like the ships.
Yeah, it was a
and
big
couple of
playset.
figures.
I saw it today on somebody's channel. Some dude brought it in, and they didn't know what about it. It was still sealed in the box.
That's crazy. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. I was looking at Sky Commanders. That's what I kept looking at. I was like, man, I loved Sky Commander. I had a couple of them. My mom hated them because I would string those stupid things around the living room. But I was like, man, I want to pick up some of these, and they're actually really affordable. Like they're the secondhand market is not that crazy for them. Sealed, like I found some sealed stuff that's like,
oh wow,
like really good. So I thought about picking up some of those and unsealing them and putting them together in here. Doing some videos of
the cross in the background while
just running
across while you're filming.
Yeah.
So were they motorized? I can't remember. I remember them, but I don't remember.
In my head, they were motorized, aren't they? Were they like
gravity?
Maybe they were gravity. Were they gravity fed or they wind up? See, that's how long it's been.
At when we need him.
Yeah, I know somebody in here will know. In my head, they were motorized, or at least maybe I'm picturing that they were like springed. Like,
oh, maybe.
Now I don't know. I'll have to look some videos up because I can't remember. But I remember playing with them in my head. You turned them on and they went. Yeah. But I never had totally be wrong because it has been like over 30 years, and I'm surprised I remember anything. So I did a lot of drugs in those late years, so I'm surprised I remember absolutely anything. The ones Jerry had were gravity fed. There you go. Maybe they were all gravity fed.
Put you a thumbtack and a string in your ceiling.
Yeah, just let it go, man. Let it go. But like there was a play set for them that I didn't have that looks awesome. I found on eBay, and I'm like, man, that is tempting. And again, not insanely priced to be a good vintage sealed retro figure.
I missed the days of play sets.
Yeah,
I'm glad
I looked up some Inhumanoids. Inhumanoids are surprisingly pricey for what they are.
Yeah, and all those vehicles are like super fragile, like the pieces. Yeah, I watched Tidarium Hanger. He did a video on them, and like the pieces, they're hard to find and they break easy, and
Yeah, like I'd like to get some vintage GoBots and stuff, but I'm telling you, man, you talk about secondhand market being expensive on GoBots and Transformers, GoBots, all that. G.I. Joe
3 and 3/4 is ridiculous.
I still think that Ramen Toys needs to do Pirates of Dark Water. I think that would make my day if they did that. And I was also looking up Mighty Max stuff because I never had a single one of those, but I like the cartoon. But that's more 90s. But anyway, yeah.
I saw something, and it's probably one of those misremembering things, right? So somebody did a Tron light cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who it is, but I remember as a kid having a Tron light cycle with the thing you put and pull it. You know what I'm saying? The rip.
Oh yeah, thing. Everything had those zip.
Take off.
Was there one? I used to love those. Like I had a bunch of the cars that would do that. Like
the Evil Knievel had the bike. As a little kid, the Evil Knievel where you like did something. I forget if you pumped it up or whatever. It took off.
Yeah, there was some. Do you remember It might have been Hot Wheels that had the air pump thing. Like it was they were on a ramp
Yeah.
or something, and you pressed it, and it just. Oh no, I know what it was. You actually put the air pump in the rear of them, and you squeezed it, and they took off. I don't think it was Hot Wheels. Do you remember those?
I don't.
That's the way I remember it. Like, so it would be like this, right?
Mhm.
A little cliff jumper, and have a hole back here, and
Mhm.
you had a little air. You know, it was like looked like an accordion. You know,
Mhm.
and you plug it into the back, and you squeeze it, and they take off.
I
That
might have had one of those.
I used to love the pullback and
Yeah. Remember Stomper? Like the 4x4 little trucks with the battery in, and they had the rubber wheels.
oh
You
yeah,
let go
I
of the
remember
truck, and it would
those.
just like keep going. They made it like it would climb over everything, but basically it could climb over a stick, and it would flip over, and that was it.
Yeah, I think the last vehicle like that I had was. Do you remember? Was a larger, like 4-wheel drive kind of gravedigger type vehicle,
Mhm.
but it had claws that would come out of the wheels.
Oh yeah. I remember
What
that
was
one.
that thing called? I think that was one of the last ones like that I had. Because I remember the commercial would come on. The claws would come out, and it's supposed to be able to climb over everything now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't. But it was still fun. It just all it did, the claws came out, and he just bobbled around all over the place. If you were lucky enough to get all of them to come out.
You ever have the GI Joe glider? It was nothing but like put one figure under it, just a piece of styrofoam, looked like a hang glider. And you throw it.
I think
It
I
would
did
go
have
like
that.
a long way.
I think I did have that actually.
Yeah.
Back when you could actually get styrofoam toys. The animal. There you go. That was so good.
Yep.
Awesome. Tommy had something called Air Rammer. It was a car with a pump. What's up, Live Evil? That's a party. I guess me plus 3 makes 4. That's right. What's up? Now we start getting people in. So the whole time we had like 10 people. Everybody must be coming back from watching Guardians of the Galaxy now. So just to reiterate on what's coming up this week. So we do have some people in here. I'll go ahead and do the AWOC tease again. There's going to be 2 Animal Warriors of the Podcast episodes within the same week. One will be within a few days. Can't tell you what it's going to be about. Just know that it's going to be fantastic. I'm sure we're probably going to make some people angry. I don't care. But it's going to be a cool show. It's just going to be me and Enewtabie. No special guest that night. We're just going to, I guess Jason could show up anytime he wants, right? But then May 11th, it's going to be the big show. It's going to be me, Enewtabie, Jeremy from Authority Figure, his brother, Zach from Authority Figure, or is he also Authority Figure, or is he his own thing? I think Zach has his own thing. And then Jason is going to be here, barring some decent Louisiana internet. And that's going to be the show you definitely don't want to miss. But I honestly think both shows are going to be the talk of the town between the two of them. There's going to be a lot of conversation had between these 2 episodes in 1 week, and it's going to be a blast. So one's definitely Thursday, May 11th. It's already scheduled. I can't put a thumbnail up yet because there's no way I can put a thumbnail up without completely blowing this, what the show's about. So I'll have to come up with some placeholder thumbnail for that. But within the next few days, there's going to be a really fun episode too. So it's going to be a good time. Benjamin, thank you for coming by. We're about to head out to everybody check out Patriot Prime tomorrow night. Going to sit down and talk to
10 o'clock.
Benjamin Whitcomb. And then, of course, I think before that, Deluxe is going to be on. But I think that's good. I think we've spent our hour on here. We've worn out our welcome. I'm sleepy. You're sleepy. I got to take some medicine to get these sinusy allergies things under control.
So I'm like super sensitive, like Benadryl. Like I can take one in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
out.
Me too.
So I almost took one before I did this. I'm glad I didn't, because like,
oh my gosh, you should have, dude. That would have been the best show ever.
I've been out.
All I would have done if you did that, I would have not said a word the rest of the show, I would have put you large screen, all knocked out, and I just would have played some like soothing music. And it would have been like
you could loop that and like do like the people do the fireplace videos and just put it up there.
Yep, just Enewtabie, yeah, Sleepootabie. Yeah, everything's got to be an Enewtabie pun. That's awesome. Well, anything you want to add before we take off? Anybody in chat want to add anything before we take off? Because I think it's about that time. Just remember, go follow the Facebook group.
Yep.
There's going to be some news announced on there that will lead to a surprise live show within the next few days, and then May 11th. Don't miss that. Then the week after that, we'll do another one of these unless something else kicks off. So, next stream idea. Well, we have a couple streams coming up. We got plenty of that. Off the rails. We'll put up some stuff on both of our pages for audience recommendations for topics for off the rails. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
You know, like both of us will do it because we air this on both of our channels. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, we air it on both of them. We didn't used to. I don't know why we didn't used to.
I don't know.
We would just rotate back and forth, and I was like, why don't we just freaking do it at the same time?
Yeah.
Anyway, send us off, man. Appreciate everybody being here. So thank you. Subscribe, like, share, follow the Facebook page, Animal Warriors of the Podcast. Check for news. Take us out, Enewtabie.
May the 4th be with you.
Oh, I just thought of something. We don't have an outro. We don't have an outro, so we just got to fade off into the distance. You missed everything. You missed everything. Everything. By the way, hey, before we go, there's still 21 people watching. Go over to Highly Articulated. Him and Brick Something did a phenomenal job breaking down the lore of issue 1 of AWOC. It was one of the coolest things I watched. They did some awesome like voice work with the comic. They dug in pretty deep to the lore of it without going into too many spoilers. Really good job. It was a lot of fun. Go check it out. It's posted in our Facebook group. It's posted in the fan Facebook group, and of course he posted it up on his channel. Absolutely. It was so much fun to watch. Really enjoyed it. On that note, I'm going to hit end broadcast, and it's going to be this weird moment of us still talking.